Why don't we start with Brian? And I guess what I want to do is to focus on initially on that digital portion. And in an article recently, and I hope you don't mind if I quote your words back to you, because you did pen them. In an article recently, Brian said, and I quote, "I was surprised at how few agency of record relationships digital agencies have with clients." You want to explain that, Brian?
Pick on the client first, huh?
I think we would always pick on the client first.
It's okay. Yeah, we just are wrapping up a worldwide digital roster review, and we took a tour of the world, and I feel looked at some of the best and brightest digital agencies around the world. And on the one hand, the technology, the people, the excitement, the energy was palpable.
Right.
And it was terrific. We learned a lot. But I was surprised at when we asked and we probed, excuse me, about which clients do you have that are AOR, right? Have an AOR relationship with the agency. And I was surprised at how few major long-term AORs there are on the digital side. And not to say that there aren't some, there are. There are plenty of good ones, but I was surprised at the percentage that are project-based. And I will tell you that I probably shouldn't have been that surprised, because when I look at our shop, we do a lot of project-based assignments. And I think as a client, I think we have to look at that. We have to re-examine that. And because I think that the capabilities of digital agencies today, you saw a terrific one yesterday, a terrific presentation of one of Michael's shops, and I'm not saying it because Michael's here, but I am saying it because one of our agencies, RGA, Nick Law and Barry Waxman gave a terrific presentation yesterday and updated the theme that Bob Greenberg has. Mm-hmm. And so I was a little surprised at the number of AOR situations that they don't have. And I think there's some reasons for that, but I'll let you handle it from here.
Okay, well, I mean, first of all, Michael, would you, A, agree with Brian's observations, but me, I guess, more importantly, and assuming you might, although you might not, why?
Well, first of all, he's a client. I'm supposed to agree, all right? But
do we want that?
No, we don't.
We don't, right?
Look, I think the reality is, and it was a great presentation by RGA yesterday, and certainly we have digital agencies that are AORs, but the reality is our business is changing dramatically. And although the slide that you put up there, where you saw an increase in digital, traditional television is still growing, digital is growing at a faster rate. And one of the issues, of course, is what constitutes digital. So what we have to do as an organization is make sure that all of our disciplines, whether they be traditional networks, whether they be PR, experiential marketing, all have digital components to it. So what we're emphasizing is that the DNA of the organization has to have that digital aspect to it. So what you're seeing is the old line companies embracing, not quick enough, by the way, which I think is what a key part of Brian's point, embracing the new world and looking at what the integrated offering has to be. And now we're seeing digital agencies realizing that there's more to it than just the digital component. So you see creative, you see media, you see experiential coming out of our digital agencies, and hopefully we're gonna all end up in the right place, and that is meet the needs of our clients in terms of reaching the consumer.
Right.
And that's the challenge that we have to deal with, and it's the silo challenge that you heard about, and it's an allocation of resources.
The other word, presumably, because we do get carried away by the word digital, presumably the other key word in your article was the word relationship, and in that basic statement. So to what degree, I mean, were you inferring that, was this chicken and egg? Is it because, as a brand owner, you put projects towards digital agencies, but you don't transfer the relationship? Or is it because they don't take the relationship and make something of it?
That's a fair question. I think it's a little bit of both, but I don't want to appear that I'm hedging on that, because I'm not. I've always been struck by Bob Greenberg's presentation that Nick and Bob referred to yesterday, that he gave here in 2006, and he showed a dinosaur, a silhouette of a dinosaur, and that his point of view, and I think it's proven to be right, that the traditional agency model was a dinosaur. in its day. And I want, and I think Bob's right, and digital is at the center of so much we do today and tomorrow. It's going to, as Michael mentioned, touch everything we do.
Yeah.
But I think it's inevitable that digital agencies, the great digital agencies, are going to gravitate to more brand stewardship and, dare I say, start developing more television advertising, right?
Yep.
Because TV is not dead.
Definitely not.
Okay? We need it. We like it. But, and by the same token, we see traditional agencies gravitating the other way, as Michael said, developing digital. So why isn't that happening faster? And while we're at it, why isn't media in that mix? Right?
The blurring of that digital value chain, right?
Let's throw it all in there.
Yeah.